Though we didn't get a game 5 over in the Eastern Conference. We got the brooms out. There was a broom sighting for New York. They swept the Philadelphia 76ers. I would say in their own building, but it did feel like Madison Square Garden East. And Danny, they did it doing something that you do so well, just a barrage of 3 points.
Yep, the others, those guys showed up. Deuce came out gunning. Him, Landry Shamet stepped up big.
One more time, Brunson to McBride. Same result.
The whole
McBride
arena
had 25 points, led all scorers here. New York up 43-24 after a quarter, so this one was basically over. Knicks lead by 21. Karl-Anthony Towns finds a cutting Josh Hart.
Cat Johnson.
They've been playing through Karl-Anthony Towns much more.
They're looking like magic out there. Or Zavitas Sabonis, whoever you want to say. He's done a great job playing that point forward position and finding guys.
He had 10 assists in this game. The Knicks up big. Brunson just toying with the defense.
That's nasty. Ooh.
And then the Knicks here get the steal. Target practice at this point. Brunson had 22 points in this one. Here's Jalen Brunson after the game. A new meme was born.
We were working every single day to be the best team we can be. That's all we were focusing on. And we had times where it was positive and negatives, ups and downs, but that's what our goal was. And so that's still our goal, be the best team we can be, continue to learn, continue to get better. And so the journey shows you who you are.
And the Knicks have had a journey this season,
yes,
right? They have had
had
some serious lows over the course of the year, but now the Knicks have a point differential of plus 190.
On the up and up.
That's the best for any team over a 10-game span in a single postseason, ahead of the 2017 Warriors, the 1971 Bucks. By the way, what do both of those teams have in common? They each won the title. What has the Knicks shown you, Danny, this postseason?
Just a lot of maturity.
Yeah.
And you got to give credit to Mike Brown, of course, and Karl-Anthony Towns. They've found a way to work together to make him feel more involved, but not have to feel like he has to shoot it every time. Like he's getting his teammates. I seen him throw a behind-the-neck pass like he was Luka Doncic in the paint yesterday, and they're just moving and sharing. Also got to give a lot of credit to Mikal Bridges. With OG Anunoby being out, like he's picked up that defensive assignment, and also offensively, he's been more aggressive, knocking down threes in mid-range and looking for a shot. But they're getting so much production from guys like Landry Shamet, who didn't play a minute until Game 3, and gives you 15 points on the bench. Deuce McBride has been a cornerstone. And Jose Alvarado. They got so many different guys that come off the bench to give them production that is making them look like a real championship group. Like, this is championship basketball, Perk. Like, this is what you need. You have guys like when he was in Boston, you got Eddie House or a Leon Poe or a Posey. When you have your other guys pitching in like this, you know you have a really good chance at winning a championship. Right now, the Knicks are playing championship basketball.
I agree, and in order to win a championship this year, you're going to have to be able to shoot the three at a high level, and they're doing it. Especially if they have plans on, possibly could see the San Antonio Spurs, OKC, or the Minnesota Timberwolves. We know those teams are great at taking away driving gaps, but I want to take a moment to appreciate Big Body Brunson for a second, for taking a step back and allowing Coach Mike Brown to put in this new offense. And guess what? He may not be as ball dominant as he was last year, but the numbers and the production and the dominance is still there. He has really grown into a true leader, letting guys get off in the first, second, and third quarter, and then all of a sudden he's taking over in the fourth quarter.
Right.
Jalen Brunson got a lot at stake. I told him this, Malika, in his face when I did his podcast. I said, listen here, bro. Do you know if you bring back a championship to New York, you will be the greatest Knick ever?
Yeah.
And Malika, you've been seeing it. The clip been going viral. You remember when we had Becky Hammond on, Coach Becky, and you remember she was saying that you can't win a championship with a small guard. There's only a few that has done it. If Jalen Brunson could lead this team to winning the championship and join the company of Isaiah Thomas from the Pistons and Steph Curry, ooh, we got smoke in the city.
Well, and now the Knicks, they get essentially at least a week off, even if they move up to start the conference finals next weekend. And that gives OG Anunoby an entire full week to continue to heal.
Facts.
And what is so important to championship DNA, it's skill, but it's also health. So the Knicks, they move on and they await the winner of Cleveland and Detroit. We are also 24 hours removed from the NBA draft lottery. We got your biggest winners, the biggest losers, some accountability from the Pacers, full reaction as we check in with our crew in Chicago. Danny Green, let's talk some Pistons Cavs, because did they figure something out in Game 3, or
maybe
just some old-fashioned home cooking there, because they've been great at home. And then the question, of course, is can LA stay alive? We have a live report with our...
Welcome to NBA Today with Malika Andrews, live from Los Angeles.
Welcome to NBA Today. We're here on a gorgeous and consequential day in Los Angeles because the Los Angeles Lakers, they face elimination tonight as the Oklahoma City Thunder, right behind me, try to complete the sweep. And that brings into focus a series of big questions for LA, including, could this be the last time we see LeBron James in the purple and gold? Well, it's a good thing that we have one of LeBron's former teammates in with the Lakers here, Danny Green. DG, what do you think?
Malika, NBA fans, this might be it.
You think this might be it?
This might be it.
Oh my gosh. All right, well, hold that thought. We're going to have so much more on that game coming up, wall-to-wall coverage. And it was a chaotic weekend in these NBA playoffs. So NBA Today starts right now.
Got to protect home court. Can't afford to go down 3-0.
30 seconds left. Home step back three. Splash!
How did you silence the chatter tonight and have this sort of response?
Chatter. We would never want to waste the opportunity to win a basketball game.
They find themselves in an 0-3 hole.
The situation sucks, but that doesn't give us the license to quit.
Drop the pin, then we going in. Flip the switch and win.
That's good. 18 threes in the first half.
We have guys who want to win. We have guys who run the sacrifice. It's honestly, it's a team effort.
A sweep completed here in Philadelphia.
Let your boys start hooking, then I'm jumping in.
Wembanyama is out of this game. Anthony Edwards gives Minnesota the lead.
We just had to play hard, and I had to just take it upon myself to try to get us a win.
Happy Monday, everyone. We begin with our top story, and that is Victor Wembanyama being ejected last night for the first time in his career. You can see it here. It's early in the second quarter of the Spurs Game 4 against the Wolves. And Victor, he just elbows Naz Reid in the neck. And then you can see Wemby, after he was assessed the flagrant 2, he seems unsure of what that meant. He asked Harrison Barnes. And now I get to ask Shams Charania, because the league, it came to a decision earlier today already, Shams, on Wemby's foul and any potential future consequences. What did the league decide in terms of future discipline here?
Malika, sources tell me that there will be no further NBA discipline for Victor Wembanyama after that elbow to Naz Reid. So no suspension, no fine. Victor Wembanyama is fully cleared to play in Game 5 on Tuesday night in San Antonio. The two major things to take into account into the NBA's decision is, one, Victor Wembanyama was ejected for the majority of Game 4. But most importantly, there is no prior history, no prior accounts of any violent activity for Victor Wembanyama, and that clearly played a part in the NBA ruling today. No suspension, no fine for Wemby.
All right, and that's huge, because now the series is all tied up. They're heading back to San Antonio, and we know how consequential Games 5s are when a series is all tied up at 2-2. Shams, thank you very much for that insight. Naz Reid, though, he was on the other side of that elbow. He had this to say about it.
How much did it impact you? How much did it hurt? And have you been hit like that before in this game?
Pain is weakness leaving the body. That's it.
Pain is weakness leaving the body. But with that, Danny Green, there was still some game left to play here. Here's Anthony Edwards facing the Spurs without Victor.
Man, of course, they're a really great team with him on the floor, but they play a lot slower when he's on the floor because, everything is evolved around him. When he's not on the floor, everybody is playing. It's just like, when every team is missing their best player, everybody plays free. They get more shots, more confident.
Okay, so there are some numbers to back that up, right? Because their offensive efficiency, it was better after Wemby was ejected than it was beforehand. It's tough, though, to adjust when you have your star player, your best player, leave in the middle of a game. But with that, San Antonio, they had a 4-point lead headed into the fourth. Anthony Edwards, though, he took over.
Making big plays. That's what the Stars do.
Ant fired up after that big bucket. And then a few minutes later here, the lead is down to just 2. Naz Reid working. Little handoff there to Anthony Edwards.
Better be up.
And just a little tap on Mitch Johnson afterwards as well. And then 3 minutes left. The Wolves down 1. Naz Reid backing down De'Aaron Fox. Gives it up to Rudy Gobert. And here's where you wonder. Luke Cornett, he held it down inside. But you have to wonder if those easy looks from Gobert just made easier by the fact there was no Victor Wembanyama. Again, attacking the paint with no Wemby to man the middle. And another 35-point game for Edwards. This is the 5th most in NBA history before turning 25, by the way. Under a minute left. Minnesota up 5. Looking to close this out. Ayo DeSumo can't get it to go. Naz Reid right there. What did we say? Manning the paint. So Minnesota able to survive here. Here's Anthony Edwards after the big win.
Today is Mother's Day, and so I just wanted to win for my mom, and it was just that simple.
was she on your mind all day today? Or
For sure,
yeah.
for sure. Yeah, I couldn't lose this game for her, for sure.
Anthony Edwards has shared in the past how much Mother's Day means to him and is special for him. Of course, he lost his mom to cancer back in 2015, and Ant's playoff career high of 44 points. It also came on Mother's Day, right, in 2024.
Statements.
And after Mother's Day yesterday, Edwards now has more 30-point games in the playoffs than all other players in franchise history combined here. So certainly Anthony Edwards playing for something incredibly special. On the Spurs side of this, though, here's Mitch Johnson talking about the impact of Wemby's ejection.
He's gotten chucked, he's gotten pushed down in transition, running freely, all the stuff. He doesn't complain one time. We don't complain because we're just going to play. We don't really give a excuse my language. But at some stage, he should be protected, and if not, he's going to have to protect himself, and unfortunately, stuff like that happens.
All right. So interesting insight there from Mitch Johnson as we say hello to Big Perk, welcoming Perk into the show. Perk, I'm curious your reaction here because no suspension for Victor. I'm not sure that I would say that that's the reason they lost the game, right? The Wolves, they started attacking the paint the more. Rudy had some dunks down the stretch. How did you see Victor being out impacting this one?
Well, to be honest, obviously it stopped them from being able to get to the cup. But this was all about Anthony Edwards. This was Anthony Edwards embracing and taking over the moment, and he wasn't waiting on anyone else. He was going to get that win. We heard him in the post-game interview talking about he was going to get that for his mama. That was deep in his soul because he did just that. And obviously it opens it up when you don't have your defensive player of the year in the middle to anchor it. So Ant did a fine job of picking that balance and get downhill. But DG, Malika, can y'all listen? This has been an exciting series.
Yes,
outside of what happened last night. This perimeter play, these guards, Anthony Edwards, Dylan Harper, Jay McDaniels, Champagne, that's his name. Yeah, they've been bumping.
High level.
They've been getting their feet hot, and I love it.
Yeah, certainly. I think that this has been the best series so far of the second round, without a doubt. But, Danny, you noticed a direct impact, right? No Victor Wembanyama. How were the Wolves able to take advantage?
We give a lot of credit to Anthony Edwards. Cornette, too, did a great job. But they were attacking the rim. They were attacking the paint when they saw Cornette. Cornette is a good big, can move laterally, but doesn't take up as much space and can recover as fast as Wemby. You see Anthony Edwards come off the screen here, sees little Cornette up high. I'm going to go right at the rim. And Cornette usually can get back, but he's not. Says Wemby can probably get that shot. Luke Cornette can't. Same thing here. Get another screen and roll. Got Cornette in it. You got a little mismatch one-on-one. He has decent foot speed, and Wemby has good foot speed too. But Wemby, again, takes up so much area. He can give more ground. Luke Cornette has to be up on the three-point line to contest these shots and get back. As you see in Sunday's game, 38 drives, shots off drives, second most under Chris Finch. Ironically, the game before, they had 32 kickouts.
Right.
That was the most kickouts under Chris Finch. And this was the second most drives or shots off drives since Chris Finch has been a coach here. So they're getting a lot more open looks, and they're being more aggressive attacking the rim, which they should. And that'll change in Game 5.
Yeah, because you know that in Game 5 now, Victor Wembanyama is going to come back with a bit of a chip on his shoulder.
Sure.
Not because I wasn't sure in real time. As I watched it back, it was a kind of a textbook flagrant foul, right? But Victor, give him any sort of kindling, he will light that fire. And I certainly expect that in this Game 5. On the other hand,